What's going on, guys? It's Thursday night after work and I thought I might make a quick video for you. CRV's got another issue. The starter motor's sticking a little bit when I start it on cold mornings and very other rare occasions, and overruns the pinion and the clutch in the starter motor, which is not good. So just going to be a quick video today on pulling it out and just checking the quality of the pinion and see how it's looking and whether the starter motor is going to need a rebuild or not. When you're pulling the starter motor off, first thing to remember is always disconnect the battery. When you disconnect the positive on the solenoid of your starter motor, it's not swinging around and it can't touch any part of the body and earth out on the body and end up welding itself to wherever it touches. So yeah, always, whenever you're doing starter motors or alternators, always disconnect the battery, whether it's just pull the negative terminal off. So on the CRVs, the starter motor's just down there. We could get it off without taking the airbox out, but it's just going to be easier to just remove the airbox. That way I can get you the battery positive and the key wire on the solenoid, and then the starter motor could come out through there as well, so we'll get into that. So, the main thing I'm looking for is see how the pinion is just covered in dirt and grot in there. That's what my main thinking is causing it to stick, because all the dirt has got stuck on the shaft there, which the pinion slides on. So when you engage the starter motor, the pinion comes out. Let's see. Pinion comes out and meshes with your ring gear. That's what turns the engine over. And from what I can see, all the grot on that bit of the shaft is causing the pinion to get stuck momentarily, and then when the engine cranks and turns over under its own power and the pinion's still out, it overruns the pinion a lot faster than what it should go. And that's what causes, when you start a car, like if you start a car and your car makes a really loud, nasty noise, that's generally what it is. So, yeah, this is probably going to be a take it to work and clean it up job, just simply because Dad hasn't got a wash bay here, and it's just going to be easier to take it to work and clean it up in the wash bay. But I might go over to the other shed and stick it in the vise and drop the front off it. I'll have a look at what the brushes are looking like. Oh. Right, so as you can see, camera will focus, the starter motor is just full of brush dust. So she's pretty much worn out, just about. She's going to be in need for new brushes, I reckon. If we pull the brush holder off, Yeah, those brushes are looking pretty short. They're down to the wear marks. It's hard for you guys to see, but if you look in on the brushes, you can see like there's stamps like an engraving. Looks like a little square there where my finger is. There's little stamps that are engraved into the carbon brushes, and if it starts eating into that, like if the brushes are worn down into those, like that one is, and it actually starts taking away from that stamp, that means that your brushes are starting to get too short and you need a new brush holder or new brushes, whichever's easiest to replace. In my case, it'll just be easier to get a new brush holder from work, so one day next week maybe I'll go into work and I'll pull the starter motor off in the morning and then tear it down, give it a clean up, and over the period of the day, whether it's on my lunch break or after work, once I've knocked off, I'll get a new brush holder for it if work has one. Yeah, I'll clean it all up and put it all back together and it should be good as new. Just for now, it should be right to keep using, just because it only sticks a little bit, and it hasn't actually failed, like the starter motor hasn't stopped working itself. It's going to need new brushes fairly soon. But just for now, it should be right to keep going until next week, the week after, a month. Like, yeah, and until it actually starts failing, it's not really much of an issue. But just because I can do it and I can get the parts from work easy, I'll just do it and that'll be it. I won't have to worry about it for a while. So yeah, we'll put this back together and we'll chuck it back in the car. That's all the dust I just tapped out of the lid, just from banging on the bench. Probably get more out of there, but so get to see if this magic trick that I've been seeing Taylor Ray pull a fair bit when he works on his car, where he just clicks his fingers and everything's just back together like that. So we'll see if it works. Don't know, maybe I might have to dabble something first. So yeah, that's that. Pretty simple process of taking the starter motor out in these CRVs. I just wanted to, just basically to check to see whether my suspicions about the sticking, the pinion sticking was right, and it turns out that possibly that's what it could be. Yeah, hopefully I'll be with a clean up and a new set of brushes that the starter motor will work good as new. It'd probably take me about an hour and a half to do the whole process, as long as I've got all the parts necessary. So as long as I can get the brush holder and brushes from work on demand, it wouldn't take me very long to strip it down and clean it, re-grease it, put it back together, and have it working good as new. Yeah, so I hope you guys liked the video, just a short one today. Just wanted to check this, and I thought I'd better make a video out of it. Seeing I'm getting a bit lost for content. It's been a bit quiet at the moment with no events. Going to DCA this weekend. There's another DCA event at Simmons Plains this weekend, so I'll be going to that and making a video on that, so I look forward to that next week. And then hopefully in a couple of months' time I'll be able to catch a lot of the Tasmania Drift Series rounds. The first two start off in Baskerville, which is like at the other side of the state for me, so I may or may not be able to make it to those. But hopefully I can, and make plenty of videos out for you guys to watch. I would prefer to be working on the Corolla, but yeah, it just hasn't really played out that way these past couple of months. But soon, hopefully we'll be able to work on the Corolla, get some stuff done with that, and have it on the road before the end of the year. Fingers crossed. Remember to reconnect the battery before you try to start the car. She still works, so yay! Hope you all liked the video. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe button for more car content. and follow me on Instagram and Facebook. CRV still lives. Catches.
Everything.